For decades, NASA had one official answer about UFOs. There is no scientific evidence of extraterrestrial life. That line was their shield, their mantra, until suddenly, they dropped it. In 2023, NASA, the most no-nonsense, data-driven organization on Earth, announced a brand new UFO research team. They even stopped laughing at the word UFO, replacing it with a colder, more official term, UAP, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. Why the sudden shift? Why would NASA, of all institutions, go from skeptical to curious? Let's dive right into it. Number 6. The videos that made NASA flinch. NASA didn't change its mind out of nowhere. It happened after the Pentagon released 3 declassified videos: Tic Tac, Go Fast, and Gimbal. These weren't blurry backyard clips. They were shot by US Navy fighter jets using infrared targeting cameras. Each showed a flying object that had no wings, no visible engine, no heat signature, and yet moved faster than any aircraft known to humankind. One pilot said it looked like a giant white tic-tac mocking us in the sky. The videos were verified by the Department of Defense. No Photoshop, no alien movie props, real military footage. That put NASA in a weird position. They could keep saying no evidence, but the public was now staring at evidence. And if NASA stayed silent, they'd look like they were hiding something. So in 2022, they formed their first official UAP study team. They said it wasn't about chasing aliens, but about understanding unidentified phenomena in the air. Still, everyone knew what that really meant. Let's be honest, when an agency famous for exploring the universe suddenly admits it's looking into UFOs, you can bet something in their data made them uncomfortable. Number 5. Public pressure and Congress breathing down their neck. Imagine being NASA, the ultimate symbol of science and reason. And one morning, Congress calls and says, "Hey, we need you to explain these UFO videos on live TV." That's exactly what happened. Lawmakers demanded answers, journalists demanded transparency, and the internet, well, the internet screamed. If NASA keeps denying it, that means it's real. Even the jokes started to sting. Headlines like "NASA, never a straight answer" trended for weeks. Politically, NASA couldn't afford to keep ignoring it, so they flipped the script. They said, "Fine, we'll study it scientifically," which sounds calm, but everyone knew it was damage control in disguise. Because in today's world, silence looks like guilt. And nothing terrifies a government agency more than looking like it's hiding aliens. Number 4. Science hates losing the spotlight. For decades, NASA was the undisputed superstar of science. Every photo from Hubble, every Mars landing, global applause, instant headlines. But then, a few grainy clips from Navy pilots stole the show. Suddenly, the internet cared more about flying tic-tacs than black holes. UFO talk was everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, late-night shows. And NASA? Silent. And here's the thing about silence in the internet age. If you're not talking, you're disappearing. Even astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson joked, if aliens are real, they should probably email NASA, because apparently NASA stopped looking up. Meanwhile, the Pentagon was hogging the UFO spotlight. People weren't asking NASA for answers anymore. They were asking the military. That's like being a chef your whole life, then watching customers ask the security guard for cooking tips. So NASA did what any fame-conscious scientist would do. They jumped back in. In 2022, they assembled a team of 16 experts, data scientists, pilots, physicists, to investigate UAPs. Not to hunt aliens, they insisted, but to study unexplained aerial events using objective data. Yeah, right. That's like saying, I'm not spying on my ex, I'm just observing their behavior objectively. NASA didn't want to believe in UFOs. They just didn't want to be the last ones to figure out what was flying above their heads. Number 3. The age of leaks. When secrets stop staying secret. There's another reason NASA had to change its tune. They can't hide things anymore. In the past, if they spotted something weird on radar, it went straight into a classified drawer, maybe forever. But thanks to the Freedom of Information Act, any journalist, or even a random Reddit user, can now demand those records. In the last few years, several reporters actually did. NASA was forced to release documents describing objects labeled luminous, unexplained, and non-reflective to radar. Most of the text was blacked out, but that only made it creepier. And the internet went wild. Forums exploded, headlines screamed. Everyone filled in the blanks with theories about crashed saucers and alien probes. So NASA realized something simple but powerful. If we don't tell the story, someone else will, and they'll make it worse. By forming their own UAP study group and publicly sharing updates, NASA regained control of the narrative. Transparency became a survival strategy. Or, as one insider put it, it's better to admit we don't know than to look like we're lying. Because in 2024, mystery in sa isn't the enemy, silence is. Number 2. Private space companies are catching up, fast. Here's the twist nobody talks about. NASA isn't scared of aliens. They're scared of Elon Musk. While NASA debates definitions of UAP, SpaceX and other private companies are launching thousands of satellites and recording high-resolution footage of Earth, basically 24/7 sky surveillance. If something unusual shows up out there, odds are Elon will tweet it first. Think about how humiliating that would be. A government agency with a $25 billion budget gets scooped by a billionaire holding a smartphone. If SpaceX ever live-streamed an unknown craft before NASA could even comment, it'd be like the student publishing the teacher's secret homework answers online. And it's not just SpaceX. Companies like Planet Labs and Rocket Lab also have fleets of satellites watching the skies. For the first time ever, the public has better eyes in orbit than NASA itself. So when you can't control the data anymore, what do? You control the conversation. That's why NASA decided to step up, speak up, and act like the leader again. Because in the modern space race, credibility is currency, and they're not about to let private billionaires own the UFO story. Number 1. Because maybe they already know more than they're saying. Now here's the part that keeps everyone up at night. What if NASA isn't suddenly curious? What if they've known more all along, and they're just preparing us slowly? Decades of deep space listening, radio mapping, and atmospheric scanning have given them petabytes of data. Some of it defies neat explanations. There are repeating signals that don't match pulsars or cosmic noise, patterns that aren't random, but also aren't natural. NASA doesn't say we found aliens. Instead, they quietly change their wording from "there is no evidence of extraterrestrial life" to "we are expanding our efforts to study unexplained phenomena." That's not denial. That's rehearsal. That's the language of someone who's seen something, but isn't ready to drop it on the evening news. Maybe it's data they can't explain. Maybe it's technology they didn't invent. Or maybe they just realized that keeping secrets in the digital age is impossible. So NASA does what NASA does best. They adapt. They take mystery, wrap it in science, and call it research. And maybe that's their quiet way of saying, we're not alone, and we're trying to understand what that really means. Today, that's all I've got. I'll be making more videos like this soon. So if you enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.